Regretting. I wrote back, I was like, hey guys, why did you not accept my application? And they said, no, the thing is, we're not taking people right now. I knew it was a lie. Because why did they do the interview process? Why would you, they even interviewed me. Do you know what I'm saying? Why would you do the whole, just to say like, then I realized, I think they didn't take me because of my accent. I don't think you can, no, it's not, oh, it's a real thing, guys. It's not bad. Like, I understand. Like, there's people wanting to learn English in Japan, you know, in Germany, you know what I'm saying, in Korea, India. Here I come with my arse. I'm talking about petrol. I'm talking about rollerblades. They were like, no, bro, you're gonna mess up everything. Germans are gonna be confused. They hear, das is good all the time, and all the time, das is good. You know that one, das is good. No, so that happened. So that's good. So I did all of these things, right? And then of course the online work and so forth. And yeah, it was like a man, you know. It wasn't like I just said that. Nice. Looting happened. That's what happens when people get frustrated. You see what South Africans, one thing I've noticed about us is we can tolerate things for a very long time and then we lose it for a very short time. Just for that very short time, we just lose all control. But we can take it for like 10 to 20 years. We can just take it, you know, for 10 to 20 years, we don't care. You can steal our jobs, break our education system, break our schooling system. But then in those last final seconds of the game, we score like 3 goals. Everyone's like, I thought United were winning, like, That's how we are, you know, and then people try to make sense of it. Guys, you can't make sense of those things. You can't be like, why would people do that? Why are they looting? Why are they? You can't make sense, and we're losing our minds. You know, like it's time people are looting, they're out there, you know, and I feel like subconsciously I've always wanted to be a looter. I was gonna loot this time, but I wanted to loot, but I had something to lose still. You know, you still have something to lose. I feel like looting is when you're like, okay, I have nothing to, I'm at my wits end, I need a cake. And not only do I want my cake, I want to eat it. I want to have my cake and I want to eat it right here. In fact, where's the kitchen? I want my bread buttered on both sides. Now's the time, if no. That's what happened. I feel like I felt a bit disappointed in us as South Africans because we don't know how to loot. You know, we don't know how to loot. Like we are good at toying, you know, we are good at protesting. We've never practiced our loot game. We were too all over the place in our loot game. There was chaos in our loot game. People were burning things. There's no fire in the loot. There's no fire. Loot is take and go, take and go. Why are you burning? We didn't practice. We didn't practice. People are running around, they're breaking windows. Like there's no breaking windows in a loot, guys. It's in and out. It's in and out. One guy just needs a locksmith. Get us in. Let's get out. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, you know who needs to teach us how to loot? The government. True, government are the most mature looters. They loot peacefully and quietly. They know the inquiry is only in 20 years' time. By then the money has been spent so deep. You know what I'm saying? The easy loot. You know, right now as we are sitting here, we are being looted. But as we're sitting here, you're being looted, but you don't know because the government has learned how to loot nicely. Look at us, running around, breaking things, jumping all over the place. Guys, organize yourselves. Next time we have a silent loot. It starts at 12. By the time the police arrive at 6 in the morning, there's no one there. But there's no items and no clothing either. Everything is just like, who did this? Not us. We're terrible looters. We stole and then took pictures and posted. Why would you do that to yourself? Why would you make videos of yourself and your blue couch? Here it is. If you're looking for it, here it is. But you can find that couch with a satellite. That couch stood out. You can find it from space, like there it is. They didn't put it in the house, they were sitting on the pavement outside the house. The couch is bigger than the house. The couch was bigger than the house, guys. They were chilling outside. I'm like, guys, we are terrible looters. Next time, let's talk about this before we do it. Like, I've got a couple of plans for us. Some people looted properly. I saw this one family where they looted, but they had everything. You know, there was a box, they have maize meal, a box of nappies, a box of chickens, a microwave. I'm like, these guys looted strategically. That's when you had a team. That's a looting team. I know they went to the bucky and they had a getaway driver. They're quick thinkers, guys who can assess the situation, spot the valuable products, get straight to it, get straight out. I could see there was a team, there was a bank job right there. That's what you need. There was a heist right there, And I think subconsciously I've always been ready to loot. I feel like anyone who grew up watching KTV's Reggie's Rush, you've always had a bit of loot in you. Like inside, there's always a bit of loot in there. Because that competition was strict. You had to go in, you had to get what you wanted and get out. Without the police spotting you back in your car, you gone. Burn the entry form. They don't know you were ever there. Yeah, so that's a looting experience. Cool, give yourselves a round of applause. I think we're doing well so far. We are enjoying ourselves. The crazy part now is like, as comedians, right, when we start our career, we all have something called broke jokes. All comedians have broke jokes, because when you start comedy, you broke. So we all talk about what's relevant to us, and the one thing we have in common is that we always broke. Then what happens is you start doing a bit better, you start having a show on Mnet, you have a show on Showmax, you're opening shows with Trevor Noah. All of a sudden your broke jokes start to fall away. You become better than your broke jokes. Now you're telling Nike store jokes. I was at the Nike store the other day. You know what I mean? It's like new jokes and you forget about your broke jokes. Then the lockdown comes and your broke jokes are there like, remember us? Guys, I hate being broke, and I hate being broke for a long time as well. And brokenness must be short, like in short phases. I hate being broke for like 8 months in a row. You know what I'm saying? Like, have you ever stood in the mirror and then like you have to ask yourself, if you're like, you know what? Maybe I'm not broke. Maybe I'm just poor. Have you ever like, at some point brokenness expires and becomes poorness. At some point now you're here talking for 5 years. How are you broke for 5 years? No, you're poor for at least 3 of those years. Broke was the opening 6 months. That's brokenness, guys. Must I tell you when you know you are broke? You're broke like when one of the light bulbs in your house fuses, but you don't buy a new light bulb. You just go to a room that you think needs less light and you do a bulb transplant. You're like, I'm doing my own bulb transplant. Now it's dark in the toilet. It's dark. Everyone just assumes you know your aim, my bro. You know your aim by now. By now you know your aim. Front and back, you should know your aim by now. You there? Broke jokes, guys. Broke jokes. This happened to me recently. This happened to me recently. And bear with me on this story, right? So what happens sometimes, when you're a little bit down, but you smoke some weed. You know what I'm saying? Like if there's nothing else to do when you're like, man, my life is so terrible. Smoke some weed. Oh, my life is not that terrible. I'm not at my worst end. I'm like at my worst penultimate end. You know what I mean? I still have a way to go. Like, yeah, that happened to me. I remember one time I went to the shop. Yo, I was high though. I smoked. There's no kids in there. I was high that day. And when I was broke as well. And I bought myself some groceries and stuff. But I couldn't buy everything I wanted, And I got to the last 2 items, like my last 2. I picked them up. One item in this hand, one item in this hand. In this hand, I had a packet of 2-minute noodles. Yeah? In this hand, I had a packet of spaghetti. And I wanted both of them, but I couldn't have both of them. So I started to speak to them. Yeah, but it was weird. It was a weird situation. I spoke to them. I was like, spaghetti, 2-minute noodles. I can't have both of you guys. I can only have one of you guys. I can't decide. Is there possibly a way that you guys can decide? Like you tell me who I must choose. Right then, I swear guys, right in that moment, the packet of spaghetti started moving. Packet of spaghetti, I was like, what the heck's going on here? And then right then, the packet of 2-minute noodles started moving. No. Then out of nowhere, the packet of spaghetti took out a microphone. I was like, oh my God, rap battle. I was like, they're gonna do it. Right then, spaghetti grabbed the mic, he's like, yo! I was like, oh my God, this spaghetti was like, yo! I'm the meanest, hardest, strongest, fastest, longest pasta in the pack, man, I'm flawless. You can heat me, but yet you can't eat me. I'm sophisticated starch, all your flavors are cheesy. Fatties and monies, bitches and homies. My Asian persuasion, spaghetti invasion. I'm getting impatient with a silly noodle. I'm that food for thought. You thought I'm gangster, but I'm rural. The whole aisle went wild. I heard like a ton of bullshit shouting, yo, spaghetti's on special. I was like, what's going on? What's going on? Right then, 2-minute noodles grabs the mic. When I say 2 minutes, you say noodle. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I don't think you guys are hearing me. I'm trying it one more time. When I say 2 minutes, you say noodle. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Quick. Call me 2-minute noodle. A dog. I'm a 2-minute poodle. Crazy. I've been trying to explain. I'm like Ria Vaya. I'm in my own lane. Spaghetti thinks it's deep. It's okay because it's cheesy. Favorite food for students because all of them students need me. And when it comes to cooking, then I'm kind of like a quickie. Spaghetti's going crazy, so I'll slap him and I'll kick his ass. And of course I'll make it fast. I'm first, you last, you thirst, I blast little juice in your face. Punchline. I can do in 2 minutes what you do in a lifetime. It's wild, oh, I went crazy. I ran to the till to buy, and guess which one I bought? No, I bought airtime. I was like, you're gonna have airtime. I need to call some people, like, yo, it's crazy out here, you guys should come. We're looting all the 2-minute noodles and spaghetti. We can make a lot of money. This is crazy than the time to discover Pinocchio. This is crazy. Yeah, skill joke. Skill joke. Cool. Now we get to talk again. Conversational. So when South Africans get pissed off and they get frustration, then this whole thing of immigration comes up. You know, and I feel like for now, for the first time ever, I'm hearing diverse groups of people talking about immigration. You know, immigration used to be a white conversation. You know, specifically a white Australian conversation. Do you know what I mean? And white people left, we're happy. Yeah, go, yeah, shout. You know.